Constance with Charming Custom Crafts, and my apologies if I'm a few minutes late. Posted any videos directly online, and that is because I am working on a lot of projects, and I'll tell you something special that I did. So I'm gonna move my projector for Halloween, or not Halloween, Christmas. So you're gonna see me move this real quick. The cards that I'm going to do today are a bit more complicated for those who have never made them. They are a little bit more intimidating, but they should not be. I'm gonna move my stuff. If you guys want to see what I've been making and sharing on Facebook, please do so. I've been making centerpieces, and so you can imagine why I have stuff everywhere and why it's too hard for me to do so many live videos. But again, if you're following me on the Facebook page, and you know what I'm doing. If you have not went over and liked the page, go over now and go check out the page. Like I said, I haven't been posting as many pictures this year because of the fact that I'm kind of in a rush, which I've never done that. So I got to pull something over here. So you guys, I'm going to start with a couple of easy ones because I have now learned that my husband now needs 8 cards. I need about 10 or 12 more personally. Hopefully it won't be as many. So I'm going to tell you, I do have lesson 5.5 on my phone. It's just not posted, but it will be by the end of today as long as I don't have anything going on. But I also need to finish the centerpieces I got going on. What I'm doing right now is moving things over so I can go ahead and start. So if you guys have any stamped images that you would like, please pick out something now. I do by chance have some printed or stamped, not printed, but I have not. I have them somewhere. Where did I put them? They're cute too. They're God, where'd they go? I specifically put them over. They might be here in the closet behind me. My floor is not exactly a safety zone. If you've been following me on Facebook, you'd know why. I have them put over, and I'd hate to. Are these it? Yeah, these are it. I was looking for them. I put them back in the box for Christmas. So I'm going to probably use some of these stamped images. I don't know if it's better to turn on the light or not. I'm going to try to pull you up and down as I go. Magnolia, I have the Santa here. I love these. I'm not a big fan of all of Magnolia, but some. I fell in love with this one. I fell in love with that one a few years ago. That's by CC Design. This one is a reindeer. And you can see I haven't used it yet, so I may use that one today. This one is this little polar bear from Magnolia. This one, and I see I've already used it. That's why it's backwards. This one's the little penguin. This one is my snowman from Magnolia. So I'm probably going to get those today, whether or not I'm with you or not. So I'm going to just start out with a few easy ones, only because I need to get some extra cards and I need some energy because I got up about 40 minutes ago. I have been exhausted doing things. So let me tell you why I have not, one of the reasons why I have not been on. Obviously, you heard a couple. Pardon me, I'm really thirsty. That was actually my first drink of the day. I have new neighbors next door. They signed on the house. You're going to need your scoreboard today. They signed on the house on the 30th. They moved here from Hawaii, and my first question was, are they military? Because generally it's the only thing I see by military, and from Hawaii. And it ended up being just a construction job transfer. And so I'm going to try to use some graphic. But she's in the middle of adopting 2 native, adorable little kids, a 4-year-old girl and a 6-year-old boy. So she was having the house painted, and sadly, the house was not going to be done in time, only because they were planning on moving in last week, and they have just use some of it. I'm trying to use what I got here. they have had the painters in. And the painter took an extra 2 days or 3 days because he decided to take off a day and didn't tell him. And then so I'm going to put the scoreboard over for now. I'm going to just make some basic cards. And and then the cleaners took 2 days. So unfortunately, they can't move in until Friday, 2 days from now. And she was all worried about everything. So she went and bought a rotating cheap, projector. And I really felt bad for her. I felt compelled to do something. I'm going to cut this into a 5.5. All right. Why is my cutter? Oh, I know. It's a screw. No, it's a brad. But I really felt compelled to do something. And I'm like, because I told her, I said, it's really too bad, because she was talking about how much she loved the yard because she's from, and this is 5.5 by 6.5. How she felt compelled, or she wasn't able to do everything, and she was worried about getting everything set up for Christmas. And I said 5.5 by 6.5. We're done do. Was it 4.5 by 5.5, or is it 5.5 by 6.5? Let me double check that. I don't want to be screwed up here. No, it's 4.5 by 6.5. So we're gonna go 4 3/4. Let me put that. I don't want to screw that up. Let me think for a second. I'm talking more than I'm thinking. So it's going to be 6 3/4. I'm only going up 1/4 of an inch. So I'm just looking to do a map. So I was like, okay, I feel kind of bad because she's from Montana. Her name is Tana. Oh, I went too far. I went not far enough. No, I didn't. I did far enough around the edges on that one. What did I go? 7? So I was like, oh man, that's sad, because she wants to coordinate next year. My other neighbor wants to coordinate. And I felt really bad. I'm like, this is kind of, I'm kind of feeling really bad for this lady. And we get into talking more, because I'm not quite sure I'm going to get everything done because Santa's coming. And I told her, I said, oh, no. If you all know me, if you watch me and follow me, you know that that's not going to happen. At this point, I'm just going to trim the end off. I'm getting frustrated. All right. This is going to be the day, guys, that I have a hard time finding anything because I didn't move the projector last night. But where's my ATG gun? I don't know. But she was worried about it. I said, oh, no. I said, oh, no. You put all your Christmas decorations aside. You give me the 4 and 6-year-old, and them and I will take care of everything. You just sit back. She goes, really? And I'm like, look, I got 6 trees outside and I got 6 trees inside. Don't hesitate. I'm a tree fanatic. And then she's like, that would help so much. I said, just prepare for it as you're unpacking and moving boxes in. I said, then we got on talking more, and she's like, I don't know if I'm going to. She's worried about, because she's been trying to do Christmas shopping, but she also has a 4 and 6-year-old around her. Though I did see that she did get him a swing set. I saw that on the porch last night, enclosed porch. But I told her, I said, don't, right next to me. I told her, I said, don't worry about it. I said, we play Mr. and Mrs. Claus because they missed out on it. And I told her, now you guys can always do these end of shapes. And I have not that's generally my problem. I have a buttload of dies. I'm actually going to be selling quite a bit of them in the next D-stash. But yeah, she was all worried. I'm like, oh no, Mr. and Mrs. Claus can wrap presents. Don't you worry about that. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, well, yeah. I said, it gives me a little bit of being a kid all over again. And if you guys are on my either personal Facebook or on my Facebook, this might be, no, they're not one, that you would know that you would already know this story. But for those who are not following me, and I'm just going to automatically cut or fold this because I don't want to deal with the scoreboard right now because it's coming. You guys have not really seen me use scoreboard. Now, if you don't have scoreboard, of course, you can use a folding ruler, and X-Acto knife. So don't hesitate on that. And we're going to go all the way up to the edge because we already got enough brown. So she's going on, and I'm like, just, have it delivered to your house. Let me know when it's coming in, and, I'll either bring it over or whatever. So she's like, oh my God, that would be helpful. I said, whatever you want. Just make sure I have wrapping that I know is from you know who. And she's like, seriously? I said, I got enough tape. I said, I am the tape queen. I always have massive amount of tape, and Christmas tape, I always, or regular gift wrapping tape, I always have a bunch of that anyway. So I'm going to trim the back. It's not exact right now. I'm tired. This is why I'm doing some extra ones. I need them anyway, and I'm tired. I give y'all who I am. See, now this is pretty much the front of it. I mean, I could do an inside, and I probably will here in a second, because like I said, I'm just kind of half-assed backwards this morning. So how did I say 6.5? Yeah, I cut it 6.5. So we're going to go 6.5 on this. But my husband and I were out walking the dogs. And, well, Rose, her little legs can't keep up with everything. Really? That's no way that's 6.5. I bet you I need to do 4.5. Hello, that's not the width. We don't want the width. It's probably going to be too tall because of the piece here, but I'm going to go ahead and cut that off, and we'll adjust. So I had this like Grinch moment of a light bulb totally pop in my head, and I'm going, ooh, I've got an idea. And he's like, what? I said, I'm going to spread a little bit more cheer. I didn't put out everything. I always have a bum load of stuff for Christmas and Halloween, and I don't always use it all. So I'm just going to put this down. See, that's how tired I am. I'm just going to put it down. And then I'll adjust it afterwards. I'm just going to, because I can always trim the edges. I'm going to try to center the edges as much as possible. See, not too bad for being half-ass tired, right? So I had this moment of, da-da! And I told my husband, I said, I'm going to do some more Christmas cheer. And he's like, why? And I said, honey, we sit and walk around and we talk about the Christmas lights all the time. I said, she only has that projector. See, it's too big. And I said, you know what? Let me pull some stuff out. He goes, it's all in the attic. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So I was like, no problem, So I told him, I said, I'm going to go talk to David. He helped me build the boat. Now, I could do it. I'm just, I've got so much to do. I'm tired. And I thought, well, David, he's a big kid at heart. That's why he loves to help me. And I thought, well, this would be fun. And so I went down and talked to him afterwards. And I'm just going to level it here. It doesn't have to be exact. I don't really care. At least width-wise, I don't care. Obviously, I still made it too wide, so I'm just going to level it between these two areas. And so I went down and talked to him, and I said, and I asked him the same question. Do you want to, spread some Christmas cheer? And he goes, oh, what you got in mind? And he had already met the lady, so he knows about the kids. So he and I, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm in. He goes, you got enough stuff? I said, oh, David, don't ever ask me. He goes, yeah, I should know that. So he and I got into, well, I told him to wait until after my husband went to bed, and I would text him to come out. So I texted him, said, hey, okay, I'm outside. I'm in the attic. So my attic, legitimately, I kid you not, is packed. So I'm digging under different things. And I found some stuff, some of it that I obviously want back. Some of it I'm like, my kids are older. I don't need it. It's like my cords. I have to have back. One of them's a brand new cord. So I'm going to use some black. I know I got tons of black here. I'm going to put like a belt on it. And I have a bin. See, I got my centerpieces in some of this stuff because I legitimately, I have no room. I got some scrap here. I know I got scrap because you guys should see what I got going on. Scrap. Is that brown? No, that's brown. That was the antlers for the Santa cam on the garage door. I do like an advertisement. So, you know, my husband goes to bed. Here's some black. And I told him, nope, still antlers. And I scrap from the antlers. A brown. It's a dark brown chocolate. Nope, that's copper. If I pull black out, I really prefer not to. Let me just pull this bin over. So he comes up and he's helping me, at least from the stairway. And there's some black. Go figure. It was right. No, is that antler stuff? Nope, that's black. So he comes up and he's helping me pull stuff out of the attic and put stuff back. And I'm gonna put about like Santa in here. And he's all excited. Like I said, he's like a big kid. Lighter of the two. No, yeah. And we're just gonna level out to cut off that extra side. Now, if I turn it down more, I probably still will. So just cutting off the stuff. And sometimes I keep that just to punch out. If you guys, I have bins that are color coordinated that I sit down and move this over, and sometimes I'll start looking at it like, okay, it's too full. And I'm just gonna put it over. I think we had that at 4.5. Let's hope that I'm right. Otherwise, I got a backup. So him and I get the stuff out, and we start on the or their front yard. And you should see, if you're on my Facebook page, you have to see the picture, or if you're not on the Facebook page. But I had a little fun with it. David did too, and he had a timer, but the timer wasn't working. And I knew that Walgreens, if you guys didn't know, had the I want to put the nice up. I want to cover the naughty. And I told him, I said, let's put the timer on, only for his timer not to work. But Walgreens has they have, I have some gold here. They have the timers BOGOed, if you can still find them. But I knew even at mine, they only had one, but they had other accessories to the I'm gonna go 2.5. I think it's gonna be plenty. Let's see if it yeah, 2.5. But we went ahead. I trim off this. Now I'm not getting rid of that little piece of gold, only because gold glitter gets kind of expensive. I have a lot of some colors. I actually had to go out and buy some of the iridescent. So let's go. I don't know. And we'll just guesstimate. So if I had 2.5 wide, is it 2.5 wide? Yeah, 2.5 wide. We'll do 2.5 wide. Make a basic square. That we got that done. But see, we didn't tell her. And I wanted, if you're on my Facebook page, you'll read the message on either one of them. She happened to post a message. Oh, look, I think I have a little piece of black can go in for the buckle. Looky there, I got a bonus today. She happened to message me with a picture, and she goes, you wouldn't happen to know the angel that stopped by our house last night? And I'm like, no. She knew it was me. Obviously, if you saw my front night, you know it was me. So, I didn't put my deer up this year, which is ironic because it must have been that I had higher powers than me otherwise. It's the upper corner. So she got a little shock, and she said the kids' faces just lit up that Santa had stopped by to decorate the house. So now I got to make sure when I take it down, unless my husband puts the outfit on, that this is probably 2.5 or yeah, it's probably 2.5. Right, it's 2.5. It's probably 2 inches. I'm gonna put a lot on because it's going on the glitter. So yeah, but I went back in last night and made sure the cords were taped up a little better, and then I added a string of lights. So I'm not gonna put that picture up, but it's around the front door. So now I got a belt buckle. I don't know if I really want to do too much. I have a container here. Where's it at? Christmas stuff. Oh, if you heard that, that was my shoulders. I was waiting for that this morning. I'm just going to put a message in so the color that I choose. I probably should put another, but let's see because I have white, um so she'll get a little bit of a shock. Oh my reindeer ear or antler, I'm not you're gonna break that. But yeah, that's me. Oh, I got a stamp set here. I gotta clean my stamp. Oh, that works. I'm gonna use it for something else too, but my little acrylic block, I need to sit with my StazOn remover and clean up my block. But this one, you can do what it says. So, yeah, you can see my block is jacked up, but I don't care. So what color can we go with that would pop? Maybe I should just go back to the red. It's not ideal for the buckle, but make it more of a fussy cut it. Let's just do that. I'm too tired. And I got too much to share today. I haven't used it yet, so yeah, just some of you wonder why I keep ink on it. It's because one, I can see where it raises and where it don't raise, and if it does raise, that it'll be evened out on ink. So I'm just gonna. It's not gonna really matter where I put it because I'm gonna fussy cut it out, which is normally cutting. It didn't come out so well. It did and it didn't, and that's why you do it a couple times. I actually don't push down into it because then you get too much, and you'll see me do it once in a while. You'll get too much ink. Now, what is that exclamation miles or whatever? Is it that? No, it's dots. Screw it. So I'm gonna put the acrylic block down here with the ink. So she'll get a little bit more surprised today if she notices. But the kids wanted to turn the lights on, I guess, last night. But I don't know. Maybe she didn't think that I was serious about helping with the kids. If anything, she figured it out now. So she hasn't brought me over anything. I'm going to keep a little bit of an edge on it if I can. Now, if you guys are cutting, you're not supposed to let go, and that's exactly why, because it'll tear. Or you get an edge on it you don't want, or it comes off uneven. Move the paper, and I shouldn't let go. Yeah, too late now. Now, if you happen to have a punch, or if you use a die cuts or dies, or if you got a machine, you can measure exactly. Depends on if you're doing repetitive cards. I will be doing some repetitive today. The lesson that's 5-5 is some spinners, some additional spinners. And I can use a little gold on that, gold glitter. But I'll put the gold glitter on afterwards. I have some pop dots. I'm trying to use what I got before I go buy more. Maybe just one. That works for me. Probably should have done a thicker paper, but again, it's a card. You got to be able to stick it in the mail. The only ones I haven't mailed are my mom, and my mom always gets the special one. And if you know anything about my special ones for my mom, they're usually light up. I'm going to grab another drink. Again, I've only had that first swallow. I'm thirsty. Mouthwash is not necessarily a good thing to have in your mouth all day. Some people drink coffee. I drink soda. Probably would have been better. Let's do that because I'm not liking it. I want to do the back of this. I'm going to do the craft paper. I think it would match more because that looks funny. Let's do it again. Not a big deal. So, spreading Christmas cheers. Sing it loud and clear for all to hear. Not exact phrase, but it's there. Jim Farrell was pretty. Farrell was. I'm getting his name wrong. I'm just tired. So, yeah, that looks better. Better than the red. It's still probably off. I don't care. Definitely notice. The two of you following right now. Thank you. Even if I could catch, and supposedly there's a way. I wouldn't be able to see them if I'm concentrating. There's, I figured out for the Facebook page that I'm just going to run it on my iPad and turn the volume down. That looks so much better, don't it? I'm not going to just take it off. Why do that? We're just going to tape it on. Waste my time. That just looks a lot better. I haven't made a card for the neighbors next door. Let's hope I did a pretty good job of cutting it. Much better. Yeah, that'll drive me crazy. Just a little bit off the edge. If I turn it sideways, I'll see more, but that looks better. Don't that look much better? I think it does. So I don't know why it's spinning. So I'm going to actually just put a little gold glitter on it if I can find it. I know I pulled it out. Only because I don't want to do too much more to it. It's a simple card, and I needed something to wake up to. I got Jingle Bells floral underneath my toes. I totally need to do, I need to tag my videos. I haven't tagged my videos in a while. I'll probably sit after Christmas and tag my videos. Probably be like New Year's Day. I am so behind on tagging my videos. I probably have a lot more followers. So, I'm not quite sure if you see me at this point because it's showing. Slowly. Just a little. It looks like my stick pin's going to have to stay out. It's still running, I think. Yeah, it's still running. As long, I don't care if it's looking like it's loading. As long as it's still running. This has been sitting so long. I just want to do a couple of them. And I'm not going to do any more than that because it's, again, it's a simple card. I said I was just going to make something and put something on it. A little glitter. Do around this. I'm not even going to put glitter on the inside. Shocker, right? It's a big shocker for me. But look, it does have some glitter glue. Let's set this over to dry. So that's going to help me on cards. I could easily make more of these because I got tons of that paper. I don't know why it's saying it's still loading. All right. I'm a little bit more awake. So we're going to get into a little bit more complicated cards, guys. So I think I'll start with an easier one. And you guys may not think it's easier, but it is. Considerably what I got coming. I'm going to teach 3 cards today, in addition to one that I just did, which... So I'm going to, if I can find my board here. I have... Ooh, I'm going to fall. If I can grab it. If I know where it's at, it's my clipboard. My clipboard has something. I'm going to go dig. Let's see if I can find it in my bins. So if you have acetate, clear acetate, pull it out. If not, look for packages for Christmas. That's a great way of doing it. I'm looking under my flowers, large cuts, print, vellum. I don't think it would be a vellum. No. Okay, overlays and clear acetate. So you guys know I'll pull this back so you can see me kind of going through it. I don't have a lot, but I do have some. Depending on how thick. I have these, they're exact. But they're really thin and I need something thick for what I'm going to do. And it's kind of hard to figure out some of this stuff because when you're looking at some of this stuff, it's, ooh, I like that. Isn't that pretty? To find something that's clear We're going to use that. I need to buy some more of that. Buy me some clear, go on Amazon. I've just got where I use Amazon all the time. Now, because I have this color, I probably don't necessarily have a color that's out with it. I don't think I have any gray up here at all. Let me see. I'm afraid to kind of move. Ta-da! That works, right? We're going to cut it normal. Now you guys can get your punches out. You can sit and buy some of the cheaper stuff. But I am just going to do a normal standard fold over on an 8.5 by 11. So it'd be like 8 1/4. But I'll probably cut it at 4 inches across and make it exactly, because I'm not using the scoreboard yet. It is coming. Now you can use your bone folder. But I'm going to cut this at exactly 4 inches. Is it 4? No, 5. We'll do 5. We'll do exactly 5. It'll be 5 by 7 probably. Yeah, let's make it 5 by 7. That just makes it smarter. Much easier to deal with. 5 by 7. Standard basic card, easy to do. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. Now this is going to be where it gets fun. I'm going to go, since 5 by 7. And I'm going to go 3 inches off. I'm going to cut 3 inches off one side. Save it because we're probably going to end up using it. At least for something. Oh, shoot. Now I'm going to take my acetate. God help me, I hate cutting this stuff because I don't want to lose it. And I'm going to pull, I really like that one where it's the light gray and the dark gray. So I did 5 by 7, so I need to cut this at 5 inches. Cutting my good paper, my good acetate. Tells you how much I hate to cut it, but I'll try to use the other pieces. So now I'm going to go a little bit wider than the 3 inches off, just because I want to make sure it's secure. Oh, I don't want to use all of it, so it's driving me crazy. You guys have no idea. I really don't like to use my stuff, especially this stuff. That's so much better. So I'm going to go 2.5. No, is it 2.5? 3.5. Just because I want overlayment. Please tell me I didn't screw it up, and I bet you I did. Well, now we'll just cut the card done. So that tells you how much tired I am. So we'll just cut. It's 5 inches across. What is it back here? See how tired I am? Let's see if that's going to be exact. And it is. Oh, well. So it was a 5 by 7. I think it's going to be a 5 by 5. 5 inches. Oh, hell, let's just do 5 by 5. Hell with it. That way it's exact. It's already 5 by 5. Hello. 5 by 5. All right. So you can see what I'm working on here. And I'm going to have to do exact. So I'm going to put probably, since I did a half here on the acetate, because it's going to be a lot easier to do it on this one. I'm going to do 1/4 of an inch. Each one of these are 1/4 of an inch. And if it goes over, it's okay. Shiny side. Because we're going to cover it. I'm going to make sure. This time I'm going to make sure. Each one of the squares on the mat, self-healing mat, is 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to try to hold it down with my hand, and I want to stay exactly within that perimeter. Otherwise, it will be a little off. So in other words, you're making a card. Use an acetate to deal with it. And then you're going to ribbon over. Is it off? Sure is. A little bit more forgiving. Not so much forgiving, but easier to apply. Background. Ta-da! Of course, you can always overdo it. See how pretty? So we're not done. Of course, we're not done. Come on now. Oh, there my back. See, now I'm starting to feel better. The more that I pop and crack, I have silver out. Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? I got yelled at for listening to music. You sing a little song as we go along. My stuff is falling on the floor. I'm looking through my paper bin. This is all from just Christmas. And if I can't find it immediately, I'm not going to hesitate and hope that I have another sheet. Well, yeah, there it is. I just go over to my glitter paper. I find glitter and chunky glitter. So I'm going to go over to my fine glitter box. Fine glitter. Let's see if I have. I want a little sparkling. I don't want to use glitter this time. I want not directly glitter. Will that work? I think so. Let's go with that. Now you can use ribbon. I have ribbon. I have lots of ribbon, but in this case, I'm just going to use paper. So we both know that I just did a 1/2 inch over, so I only need a 1/2 inch strip, which is what makes it interesting because of the fact it is a 12 by 12. The easiest way to, put some of this over. I'm just going to put it in my bin because it'll be on top anyway. So it's a 12 by 12, so I can cut it down to 11 by 11 or 11.5 by 11 or by 12. So you can see over here what I'm doing. Edge it up. Just in case, I'm going to do a 3/4, so it would be 11 and a quarter to see which one looks better. No, I'm going to go down a 3/4 of an inch, so that would be 10 and a 3/4. That way, if I like it better. Again, you can use ribbon, and trust me, if you guys know me, I have tons of ribbon. That is not an issue. So let's see if that looks better. Because we do want to cover it, but it actually works out. Works just fine. So I believe it was 5 by 5 card. And it was, so we're going to cut at 5 inches. I'll probably slightly pull it over just in case. But just a little over 5, like 5 1/8, just to cover my butt. So we're going to just cover right over where it overlaid on this side, okay? So I'm going to tape this because it's going to be a lot easier. And again, it's a 1/4 of an inch ATG gun. So I know to put 2 strips on and side by side. And see, that's where I went over that. A little bit of an edge to cover my little bum. I kind of like that. Pretty. Gotta have a little sparkly because Christmas. Now, I'm not going to go anything fancy on the inside only because I think it'll be too much. I might do an extra piece of, like at the top, maybe more. We can put some, oh yeah. We can put this also on the inside so it covers that edge. That way you don't have to use a full sheet of paper or your scraps. Just use what you got in front of you. Now you gotta worry about 2 edges. Ta-da! Pretty. I'm pretty sure I had metallic ink in here. Brush pewter. I hope it works the way I want it to. All right, so now I need a pretty little phrase. And let's see if I got something that's not that. How about Christmas blessings? This is Stampin' Up's More Merry Messages. Probably didn't focus as well on that one, so I haven't used all of them. I think. Christmas blessings. I don't know where the other ones are. So we're going to take this off. Now I got a little bit of a trick for that because I don't want to put too much ink. I can dab it on, which we could try. Since it's a fresh stamp, you got to take the sticky off. If you ever wonder how, let me try that. I'm going to test daub it. Okay, see if it'll work this way or I'll try it the other way. Yeah, it's doing more than what I want, but we're going to test it anyway. Just trying to cover it. If this is too much ink around it, then I will do another trick. So we're going to test it on the black because we're totally going to see it on the black. That's a bonus with the spare because you can still spare paper or scrap. And you can see it where it merges, but it does look like I'll think of the word. Doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look the way I want. So let's see if we'll do another trick. You see what I'm doing? I'm dabbing a bunch of it. And this is where, like in the stamp, I'll say it in a minute. Get and test. See if it works better. Much better. Okay. This is going to dry pretty quick, so I got to move kind of quickly. And we're just going to put it up at the top. Christmas blessings. Pretty. I'll probably not do so much, and let's put maybe, we could put a different phrase in it. There's my box. There it is. Christmas blessings. Yeah. Stick it in, it's like a puzzle. See, what else do we have? I can't go all the way down. So if there's anything else that I'm doing, it has to be where it goes underneath the width of that. So if I'm looking, I don't believe this may or may not. That might work. A very Merry Christmas to you. Just a little one down. Yeah, it'll work. Now, if you do a ribbon on the front, you can always do one of those little bows. This one, again, I think it's already Simple Elegance. I don't believe I have to really do any more, only because I think it already states it. Sometimes it's better to just leave things a little more simple. And if you've ever followed me, when I have these little tricks and trades to things, sometimes the paper works for you and sometimes you work for the paper. So it's going to be whatever you can figure out with that. So we already know that it worked better that way, and I got glitter all over it already. I'm barely stamping it because it is fresh. We're going to stamp it, and I reused the scraps. Oops, it needs more ink down around that one. Down around the CH. Yeah, that's pretty. See if I can get enough of it. I got to get a hold of my orthopedic. I am so avoiding that hip surgery, so I'm going to try to do another surgical injection. She was pushing me to do the hip surgery, and I'm like, no. It's like, why? I couldn't tell him that I don't want to go off my motorcycle. You'd think because it's winter, but not like that in Florida. So that works. So very Merry Christmas to you. Okay, so something simple. I can, however, put a little bit of dab to edge it just a little bit. Now, I'm not going to put it around the, go down around the acetate, only because it will rub while you're doing it. So I got to be kind of careful because I don't want to do the inside fold or don't want to rub the ink that I've already put. So I will do the back side, just a little bit of the edging. Welcome to the new person watching. If you want to catch up, you can start from the very beginning. And so that's the, did I get the back side? No, didn't get the back side. This just gives you a little more detail. And again, this is a simple card, but it's not a simple card because it depends on your supplies. But if you don't have any acetate, here's the trick when it comes to that. Your Christmas presents are going to have acetate on them, plastic in the front. Save it and cut out bits and pieces to it. I'm going to let that dry. I'm not putting any more. Again, you can put a bow on it with ribbon. I'm not, even though I got a buttload of ribbon. I might with some that are coming up, but not on here. So I'm going to stick this back real quick. Now, you're going to need your scoreboard, ladies, and if you don't have a scoreboard, get an X-Acto knife and a ruler, and we're going to get into a little bit more complicated here. You may already know how to do these. If you don't, you're about to learn. I'm going to stick that over. Now, these are the last of the 4. This is segment 7-7, and if you wasn't following me before 7 at the beginning, 7-5-7 is done. It legitimately is on my phone, and I have not got to putting it in and saying I have a bazillion things to do, and you think I wouldn't, but I find out, oh, I need this card, I need this card. I've been done Christmas shopping for days, except these centerpieces for sure ain't going to somebody. So I'm working on that. So I'm going to save this because I'm going to do another card with it. All right. So here's where you're going to have to get into a little detail, guys. So you can pick out your favorite paper. Pick as you choose as you pick. And sometimes it's better just to do just a flat color on this. And this one's going to be cute. I believe I'm going to use my Precious Moment Christmas. And I am anal on using it because I'm in love with this paper. So it's very hard for me to let it go. So if I'm looking at the colors, and I'm going to show you real quick, I have 3 different sheets. I have a little boy, little girl, and I have a background. And I legitimately do not give this paper up easily. And by the way, Betsy, I have the same paper. I'm sure you're going to get a kick out of that. But I'm trying to pull out the little boy and little girl, so I'm going to probably do 2 different cards. And I do not use this paper lightly. I'm not even joking. I legitimately do not like to live. Do I have the boy out? Maybe I don't. I think it's because I have a lot of girl. No, I got the boy. So I have been collecting paper for quite a while. I have almost every character that I have been able to find. Now, if you look, it's already glittery. I don't have to consider it. And I think I'm doing, is it 40 minutes? Yeah, 49 minutes. Here is the one piece that we're going to use for the centerpiece. And then here's the other one. So I guess legitimately I'm going to teach 3 more cards. But this is, I'm telling you, I have an issue with giving up paper. So these are going to be precious moments. So it better be somebody that I love. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to make this my son and daughters. Because I do, well, no, I already sent my daughter a card. Yeah. Maybe I'll do one for my husband and do both of them for him. But I don't know. My husband's card and my son's card comes last. Only because everybody else's, I'm so sorry, I'm tired. Everybody else's comes next. And I'm going to stick all these scraps over because they're there. And even the little strips I save because you never know if you can use them. When I get rid of them is usually when I clean out my bins. Because I'll sit down sometime after Christmas and I will color coordinate all my scraps that are colors. And I have bins. I went to Joann's and I've been buying this stuff for a while. If you by chance have some of the IKEA pieces and then you buy the, I forgot what the name of it is. I actually stick with them too. It's an American Crafts. It's the people that make all the parts and pieces for IKEA. You can use those, but I generally put my stuff in bins with closed lids. And then I take all my paper that has design to it. And I put that in a different bin, and I have probably 4 or 5 of those just alone. But I'll sit and I'll punch. And if you guys, that's the reason why I sell them, and I also give them away with people, whether with these stashes or other means. So this one, we legitimately need a 6 by or 12 by 12, but I need at least, I know 5 3/4, but I would really prefer. Do I have that color here that matches it? I don't know. We're about to find out. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get up. And I guess I could use white because it is white. And it probably might be easier to show you with white. Let me double check. It definitely has white, but it's got a little cream to it. Let me do this one for the little girl, I think. So we're going to do a 6-inch strip. Now, if you don't have a cutting board, this is where you can just fold the paper in half. This one, you kind of really have to be a little bit more exact on. Actually, you got to kind of be exact. So when I do the measurements, you're going to understand, write them down. I can't flash them live. So you're going to do a 12 by 12 piece, and then we're going to cut more off of it. And my stuff is sliding around, and I'm going to use, whether it's on these cards or not. So you got your 12 by 6, and we are going to cut them a little bit more. Let me see. Again, I'm tired. I'm trying to do, and I don't want to tell you what it is yet. Now you guys could do these in different ways. I'm trying to find my measurements that I have already. And I want to do, I have to go through, okay, this is going to be, some people do a different size. Alrighty. I have a thing of where all my measurements are, and I stuck it out. All right. All right. So you're going to definitely need a pencil. And I highly suggest the ruler. Either way, you're going to need a ruler. You guys might have already known how to do these. I'm going to do kind of a wide one. I want to do a wide one because of the image. So we're going to kind of wing it. I think I'll do the little girl, and it's not going to be exact with the little girl quite yet because we are trying to figure out, we're going to do a side step with her. I could do a center step. My concern, and I'm going to cut her down just so that I already have her cut. So, because she's going to probably get slimmed down quite a bit. And I'm not even already, I know that's probably 5 1/4 right there anyway. So I'm going to put this one paper over. Now, if looking at her, if by chance, let's trim her down on the side, the kitty cat's going to get a cut on the tail. I'm going to probably go all the way over close to that doggy or that kitty's ear. So we're going to kind of go by how tall she's going, but I want to slim her down a little bit more on the side. But this is going to give us that, kind of exact thing. So I'm going to go 4 inches. I'll tell you the exact here in a minute. So 4 inches. And I got it up to her head. So let's go down to her little toes. So I'm going to pull that down. 4 inches by 5. Is it 4 by 5? So we're going to go 4 inches. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so 4 by 5. And so we are going to make, if you don't know how to make one, we're going to do a stair step. This is going to be a side stair step. So we're going to score her. Now we're going to measure. Now, if you want to measure, if you already know the measurements, if you're really good, you could do that. I'll probably use a light marker myself. But looking at her, you got to go in. I want to go in and put a background a little bit on her. So I need to go in a little bit. So if you're looking, now you guys can get exact measurements out here. I'm going to sort of wing it because of the fact that she's a custom piece. So I know that if I'm doing a slight background, it's going to go in, and I may have to custom do the trim on that. So that's just fine. I might just do a pink. So I'm going to measure kind of across of what I'm going to need. Now, again, you can get the exact measurement. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to score at 1.5, and I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up like 1 inch. So I'm going to go 1.5 inch over by 1 inch high. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to measure at my little dot at 1.5 inch because of the fact that I am going to score her a different way, or more or less customize her. So I'm going to see if I can find something to. I have a toothpick. I have a toothpick in here, right? Oh, there's one of my needles for knitting. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't need that. Oh, yeah, I do have a toothpick. And if you got a toothpick, you can do that. So I'm going to measure 1.5 inches in. And I'm going to put kind of a little dot here. It's going to get covered anyway. If you don't want to use a pen, just make sure you can see it. Okay? I'm going to make sure I can see that. So there is over. We are going to go, so now we're going to do this way. We're going to go inch over. And we're going to do the same to the other side, if I can get it. Well, I'm thinking, folks. Sometimes my brain got to think. Again, you can use exact. I can't even see that. Okay, it's right there. Is it right there? All right, Spirit, the pen wasn't working. So I'm going to use a really light cool gray. That cool gray might not be seen. Use a pencil. I don't know where mine is. I do, but I'm not going to go digging it out. 2.5, like a little spot. See? Oh, that's too much, but yeah, let's go down a little bit. Go back to the 20. It's a little lighter. And then I'm going to go up. I said 1 inch. And that's where we're going to score all the way down, but I'm going to have to measure on the other side. I think I have a visitor from my little kitty cat. It's one of them. That is going to make it a little heavy. So I'm going to go. I need to make sure that she's exactly where I want her to be. Now, if she's a little bigger because of the scoring, just going to look. It's going to be just fine. So you're not going to score it in the middle at all. You're not going to fold it over in the middle at all. Hi, buddy. Okay, so we're once again going to go over 1.5 inches because of the fact she's a custom. And I'm going by a custom, guys, because of the fact she's a custom. Again, you can do the measurements that are online. And then I'm going to go 1.5 inches up. Let go. Thank you. Going to go 1 inch wide. So if I want to go to here, make sure the ruler. Okay, so we know it's this way. So this is the width. This is where I'm going to score it. And it's exactly the same on each side. Then we're going to score it again. We're going to go up another inch of where I'm going to fold it. And we're going to do that on the same. No, we're only going to do it on this side. We're only going to do a side step on this one. There are center steps, and if you'd like, I probably will teach that one real quick too. So it's actually going to be 2 inches from the side, so if you're looking at that. So we know by looking at this, and I could rub that out. That's one thing about the alcohol markers. So I'm going to score here and score here, but I need to cut all the way down here. And I'm only going to do a side stepper, guys. So this is where it gets a little hairy, a little tricky if you've never made one. So it is the cut first, and I'm going to try to show you this as close as I possibly can. So you guys can see what I'm doing. See, this is a rotor blade. So this is where it gets a little tricky on this one because it's not one that you can just totally drop down. So I know, and I'm right here. Of course, I do know where I'm at. So I got to hold the paper. And this is where it's going to get tricky on me. I can do it this way, right? I can do it this way. Much better. I may end up using the scoreboard because I can't lift this. You know what? I'm going to use scoreboard. All right. Scoreboard because this isn't, I don't have my other cutter out. And I ain't taking my other cutter. I have a couple of them. It would make more sense, but this would help with a ruler. So we know, and I can rule it. Let's do a ruler. I don't want to totally confuse people. If you already know how to do these, then you already know. So we're going to connect this one right here, okay? That one with this one, the first dot and the second dot, which is 1 inch and 1 inch from the base. And a good way to see that, let's put this on here. See if I can do it more at 10 so you can see. So we know this is 10. So that I don't screw up. Again, 1 inch. There's 2 inches. This is where we're gonna go from this, where we're gonna go by that first inch in. And it looks, that's 1.5 inches in on this one. Is it 1.25 inches? Yeah, this is 1.25 inches in. Hello, 1.25 inches in. Again, from the little dot here and 1 inch here. That's what I was doing. It's 1.5 inches. Hello. All right, here's my X-Acto knife. This is the exact ruler. This has a rubber indent. Oh my goodness. Let's not move it. If I have to move it, then it's going to be an issue. I have all these tools. Yep, there's my Christmas tree. That's for a centerpiece. And I bet you I just moved it, right? I know I moved the mat. That is a, no, it's not X-Acto, but it is a punch hole. As many as you think I would have. I do. I found some other things. Does my clay tool work? No, clay tool's not gonna work. I found some other stuff over the last couple days, so yeah. Found some stuff that I needed and I just had that damn thing the other day, remember? Wow. I have some other things, but I'm afraid that some of you might get cut. I am not responsible for anybody getting cut, just to let you know. I have blades. It won't be in there. Shouldn't be in there. Well, now. Seriously, I have 4 or 5 of them. When I moved in here from the other room, I actually put all the stuff that I was going to need in the last box. And guess what? I can't. And I looked at the last box. I can't find it. I couldn't find what I was looking. No, I'm looking now, but I can't find squat in my, for the stuff that I use all the time. Yep, I went right over it. Here's one. This X-Acto. I want to bring it all the way down. So I got it. I got it. It did move though. From that 1-inch mark to the 1st-inch mark. Self-healing mat, guys, or a piece of cardboard underneath and not your legs. And I can feel that it let loose underneath. Okay. So now, it's where the scoreboard comes in. You can see it now. You're going to have this little slit. And there's my bone folder. Now, I'm going to bone fold over from the 11, which is going to be 11, and it's going to be 1 inch. So we're going to score, and you can do it one way or the other. And you're going to score from that. So I know exactly where it's at. So it's going to be at 11 over here. And it's going to be at 10 over here. So I already have the folds. You can fold it up, down. You're going to make peaks and valleys. And you guys can get a little more exact by folding it over with your nail. Make a peak and valley once again. Peak and valley. And again, there are tons of videos out on this. I'm not going to lie. I've taught a lesson on it somewhere. So you now have, okay. So let's use the X-Acto. It didn't cut all the way through on some of it. Don't want to go all the way. It's already been scored by that. All right. I have so many of these actually pre-done. When I sit and make them, I just sit and make them different colors. Most of them are in white. I think I'm missing a score. I'm pretty sure I'm missing a score. Put this stuff over. I am missing a score. We're going to go up. What are my measurements? Just a score. And I'm going to go over, because of her, we're going to just do her a little more. Like I said, we're doing her custom. She's going to lift up. And I can measure exactly. And she's going to fold. Since this is a 12 by 12, I'm going to flip it around. We're going to score down exactly 12 from 12 to 6. We're going to go exact down just to make it easier. Because I can always put paper in it. Because she's going to be the one that's highlighted. Now you can score at different levels. I hope I'm remembering to do this right. I hope I remember to do this right. Yeah. I'm going to do this one a little different because I think I'm going to put some sort of tree. You can score it down a little bit on one side. You can score it up a little bit on another. I have a box at the top. I may do that. I have how I do boxes. I can box it more on top. Let's see if I can buy more of like a book box. I can do a little boxing. I can book box it, but I'm not going to book box it. No, she's going to work just fine. Now, to get this other score, you can do it in different ways. You can now score another way on the side if you want. If you want to do another score in, you can score at the top here. You can pull it down more. One's a little more custom. And I'm going to, I think I might bend it down. I might bend it down just a little, and I'm just bending it down. I'm working on it. And again, there's different measurements on that. I'll bend that over. Only because I want that to pull down a little more. This is just me again, so you guys can see. Fold in. Only because I want it to be stiffer. I have my own one. This gives me extra folds. Hello, come on. Folding again. This makes it pop a little bit more for me. Again, there's different steps. There's different measurements. This one, I'm going to try to do different ways of standing up with different things like a panorama. If it will stay down for me. I'm going to tape that because I don't want it that high. If I can get it to stay still. Stay still. I want a book. I want the extra space. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to lay it down flat, and I can see with my fingers what I'm going to do because I want the extra gap and it'll still fold. I just need a little piece right there. That way I can tape it. And it's still going to fold. I now need to tape the back of it. Okay, maybe. Depending on what I want to do. Why is this moving on me? I have it backwards. No, I have it backwards. Step this way. Put that one down. It just wants to keep moving on me. There. If it'll stay. At the front to stay. Where'd it go? It just keeps moving. I'm telling you, it's that day. There. I got it to stay. This is where the weight will come in. So I have a little box down in there is what I wanted. Because I'm going to try to do more of a diorama, and I'm going to sit. See if it'll stay for me now. And it finally is. See, I want it even, and then I wanted a little box so that I can put a little more stiffer stuff in it. And now, again, there are measurements out there. I'm not even going to worry about that right now. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to take this off for a minute. I'll go back to that tape. But I don't want to worry about her. We'll get back to that. It looks like I'm fumbling, but I'm not. I need a pink. Do I have a soft enough pink for her? I think it's close enough, huh? No, it's not. That's the wrong color. Totally wrong color. Too bright. Maybe I have satin print. I can use, it's too bright. Or, yeah, too bright. I can use this, but I'm worried about it being too busy. I want to use this on the side. I have the little boy. I wonder if his might not be what I'm looking for. Maybe I can do a print. I may have to get up. I think I have the colors right here. But as much as I have, oh goodness, I'm serious. I have a lot of paper right here, but it doesn't seem like it's the right one. What about that one? Might be the right color, but maybe not. No, see, it's too busy and it's not somewhat even with a pattern. All right, we're just going to get up here. Unless I do green. It's got some green in it. I don't want to group green with a girl, but it might be what it might be. Well, it pops. It'll work for me. Which way do I want to put it? Do we want to do one side step over here, or we'll do it here? I've already been working on it on this side. Stay. No. I think it's set for this side. Okay. So she is, again, you can use your own measurements. I'm winging it because I've done it for a while and I haven't done it for a while. So she's 4. If I cut 4.5 on the green. Not like I haven't made them. You wouldn't think so. 4.5? Yeah. Let's go 4.5. That way I use it on the boy too. Let's see how wide she is. She's 5. Let's go 5.5. It's one of those days. I told you this is good because it blends in with that one. Go back to the card. I knew she was going to be shorter than what she needed to be, but I need to order more tape. I think I have one. I have one semi-permanent, repositionable, not semi-permanent necessarily. And stick her on. She's super cute. One of you is sticking with me, or one of you not sticking with me. I want to use a little bit of that. I need some green. Really like that heart. I'm looking at cutting pieces out of it, guys. That's what I'm looking at. I really like the little angel here. So if I use, maybe not so much trees, maybe I just do, because we know that's an inch and a quarter. A quarter by 1 inch. Guess I'm just going to work. Work without talking. This will also make it stiffer. And you refold it afterwards. I'm going to back it. Do the exact same backing. I want to make it stiffer. Even if you have exact measurements, sometimes you have to go in and adjust it the way you want. And like I said, I'm going to back it to make it stiffer. Now, you don't have to do this. I'm just going to back it with green. I may or may not put some of the stripes on the back. In this precious moments, I probably will. Just make it stiffer for me. the lines. Go back to the other side to stiffen that with some paper. Just creasing it again. I made a precious moment card. This might be my husband's. I made a precious moment card for my husband for an anniversary a few years ago. I think I know where it's at. Maybe I should run in and get it. Right? So I want to stiffen the other side. I think I have it at 1 inch. The cut. And there it was. When you get into the more complicated cards, you have a machine, the machines you can buy. The SVG file. But it doesn't always, you still have to sometimes adjust it. Thanks for the thumbs up. I just cut that at an angle. Let's see if I can get it stiff here. Yeah, see, it's still slightly at an angle there because I moved the damn board. I'm just stiffening it so it's going to hold tight better. And you just recrease it. Yeah, I may or may not. It's kind of hard not to do extra for me. The center step is a little bit more complicated. It isn't, depending on how you look at it. So I now need to recrease it at the 1 and at the 2. And so it's one score. When you do it, you're going to score at the 1 and the 2, and 6, 11, and 12. Well, 12 is going to be the end. So this is 6 by 6. So 1, 2, 11 is where, right, 10, 11. So 1, 2, 10, 11 on a 6 by 6. And then you're going to go over 1.25 inches or 2 inches, depending on what one. I customize this one to the way I want the sides. And if I want the way I have it, the way I additionally scored it, I can make it an additional bubble up, little peak or valley. I decided not, I'm going to do that. We're just going to stick with this. So we got that so far. So I am at 88 minutes. Whoosh. I'm trying to keep you guys, keep you from being on here that long. It's hard for me to just shut up, isn't it? So I don't know if I want to just do that. I can do the stripes and continue them, but then you get into the stripes, you got to make sure it goes all the way across the exact same way. So it like continues. I mean, I could do that, but I think it'll be more frustrating. I think I'll do it on the back. Okay, acrylic. Boy, I tell you what, last week, telling you, I think I'm just going to cut out and kind of put some of these cute little images in here. So I'm thinking this one is what I'd like to do, but I think it's going to be way too big for what I'm looking at. Maybe some of these stars and maybe a heart, but at least one of the stars. So I'm going to cut out the fussy cut one of the stars. So again, I'm really anal about what I don't like to cut my paper, not this one. See, I bought Precious Moment paper because my grandmother-in-law was really into it. She got me into it, but I don't go overboard on collecting them. I know there's a lot of people that do. I mean, all of my pieces are actually up in my attic. Here's another one. Of course, I got stickers in here. And I don't want to do that for this one. It's too pretty. The paper is working for me rather than me working for the paper, if you get what I'm saying. So score at 1, 2, 10, and 11 on a 6x6. Do not score in the middle. You can do that exactly in the middle, so it would score in the middle, but you have to cut over 1.25 inches. And again, I customize that. You can customize how far over for a side. If you want to do a center, you have to repeat the same thing on the other side to be exact. That's pretty much the difference. I want to do another star, right? What else can I use on it? Because the kitty's already on there. That would be really cute to have another kitty, huh? Another kitty. Well, it's over here. Another kitty. That'd be like my boys. One's here, one's going to be off to the side. So stinking cute. I was going to completely customize that card, but again, you can 1 inch up. You measure it 1 inch up, okay, and then you can score it at 1.25 or cut it at 1.25, but you have to do the same thing on this other side. If you were watching, you get what I'm saying. If not, if I'm confusing you, please go to another video, one of my videos that actually explains it step more by step. My idea was just to get you guys intrigued and interested. If you learned something, if I inspire you, even if you've been doing these cards for a while, maybe you see the pattern and go, you know what, I haven't done one of those in a while. Matter of fact, it was funny because my surprise in Arizona, I had been thinking about the cards and stuff that I was going to teach, and she actually made one, which is the one I want to do next. And I was like, oh my God, because I was like, I've been wanting to do those, and it's so pretty, and I haven't done one. And I thought, well, I can do that. I'm gonna put it more downward. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and teach that card. I could probably do more kitties, huh? I can do more kitties, but I'm not gonna do more kitties because they're both the same direction. You know what? I can cut that little angel out if I can get one that's whole. Maybe put the little angel out. What do you think about the little angel? Just the little angel itself. I really like the heart. If I had one heart off to the side, that's all right because this one's cut. Well, I guess we're going to end up fussy cutting it. I guess it doesn't matter. See what I do with each card. I see something. I can cut that triangle above and make like a little flip up card. Huh. I can put a little message on it. I can make a little envelope. Oh, yes. Yeah, see? Going with the flow, winging it. I'm a little worried about the next one, whether I can get it in time, because I definitely want to be done before my husband gets home. And it's 12:37, and I haven't really made dinner. So I'm going to use that. I would love to use that little angel. It's already cut around it. And last year I made tags and made a precious moment box for my mother-in-law out of a cigar box. And this year it's been more of, other stuff. Let's put her up at the top and not so much use this other stuff. So I'm going to fussy cut her up, which drives me crazy because I really don't want to cut my paper. Hi, buddy. If I can see who makes this paper. There's a few sheets that Joann's has. I don't think Michael's has any. But I have sheets that Joann's don't have. I have SeaWorld paper. I have Busch Garden paper. I have Jungle paper. I have Sesame Street. I have the Avengers. And I had the Avengers before they just recently come out. That might be Marvel. I got Avengers and Marvel. Or X-Men. Tons of Disney. You name the character. Between the loose paper, I have graphic paper. I don't have all the editions of graphic because I don't like them all. Even with the Christmas, they're a little dark for me. Not that I don't do some dark stuff, but it's like everything. And you tend to have to use, Mom's right here. What's your issue? Yeah? I'm right here. You had to let me recognize you? Is that what you wanted? I need him more of a mouth. That kind of worked for me. But you use a lot of craft paper, which if you guys don't know what craft paper basically is paper bag. And that's, you can use paper bags to make cards, you know, like grocery paper bags. You can use lunch bags. They do come in a variety of colors. So I have tons of them in different colors. But you use a lot of that in black. I mean, I wear a lot of black, doesn't necessarily mean, and I go creepy on Halloween. Okay. So now we have this. Where'd the other one go? I had another star. Okay. Kind of like that. But I want to use a little white. Dun, 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 dun. I probably have some envelopes somewhere. I can make a little envelope with that, but I want to go. Where's my little white that I had? Put this back up over here. I'll use it on something else, whether it's that or not. I would hope he's not in that closet. And I could make a little envelope. Make it a little out. It's going to be kind of hard to get it exact. To do a quick card or quick envelope or quick. I'm going to measure it. This thing is, I'm going to go by I'll go 2 1/4. So I have to bend it over. 2 1/4. Crap. I gotta go check the floor. No. I better go check the floor. So I'm gonna fold it over. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm gonna actually make a quick little envelope. Nothing fancy. I have to go check on my floor cleaner started, which means my husband's on his way home. So you just cut a piece down. And I'm trying to get it where I can fold it in so I can, matter of fact, let me just go ahead and tape this. This is a quickie pocket little envelope. A lot of people are like, oh, you need it. No, you don't. Don't think about it. Don't think too hard about it. I do better when I wing it than I actually do. See, now I'm going to go up. I'm trying to stick to that right there. Not cut myself. That's it. Now, where did my bone folder go? Oh, where did you go? So, you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it because I'm just going to cut the back off here. And you really want my bone folder? At least it teaches you how to wing it. I think people think too hard. Sometimes if I do, it takes me longer. And it's usually for somebody that I really, really love. And it makes it very hard for me to, it's okay if it's up. We're just going to go in and bend it down to that piece. It's okay because it's going to be the back anyway. Yeah, I don't need all of this. So I'm going to cut inward. I'll cut that piece at an angle. I'll tape it. Be gentle with the tape on its side. Because this is like half of an eighth to what, 2/8 or half of an inch. So this is a quarter of an inch. And you can do a full pocket, but I'm winging it. I'm going with the flow. I go with what's in front of me and ideas. I mean, I kind of know what I want to do. Like with today, what kind of cards that I'm going to do. But as you see, the paper speaking to me. So I'll scratch. Yeah. So let's figure out where the kitty gonna go. Use some pops. Tell me these are old pops. That's why I've been trying to use them. Some of these are really old. I'm not even sure how they're gonna pop, if they will. Oh, this is soft and gentle. This is Scotch. I don't even remember when these. I haven't seen these before. I haven't seen these in the store in a long time. These are gentle, just enough of a pop. We want to put it over here. Do we want to put the extra kitty over here? Huh? Put the extra kitty over here. It's more of a little foam. Just a little bit of a pop here. Maybe put that in the back. It's like my little signature thing. That. Maybe somebody that wants to put a special coin, little special note. I tend to do something on the back. Bend it just a little bit. I'll leave that backer. I should have put repositionable tape on that one. Is what it is. We put this little angel over here. And I think we're going to try to pop her. These are soft and gentle, so a little bit more forgiving. Movable, flexible. Let me see if I can. It's really soft. It's like a pillow. Just partial on that one. No, I didn't want all of it. Just a little gentle baby. Little gentle baby. Little gentle baby. Okay, and then I have the 2 stars. And I'll do one over here and then like one over here. I think. Because I can do one over here and it pops up. Yeah. The ones that already started coming off, we'll use those. Like I said, it's super soft like a pillow. Like I said, I haven't seen this one in a while. I've had it. I know I pulled them out. I pulled out all of them out of the one drawer. Because I know I was telling you guys I had a bunch more. That tells you how long I've had the stuff. Some of these are like ancient. I'm getting there on being ancient, huh? Maybe I should stick her over more to the right if I can do it. Yeah, that way she doesn't interfere. Make her stick off at the top. That way I don't have to go into too much more. It does need a phrase. It needs something. Now I can put it at the top. I can put it inside the card, which I probably will. I don't need glitter glue, but maybe I'll put some gems on it and put the phrase on the inside. Because most people will open it up anyway. So I don't want to do anything to the 8. I could put it at the top of the, and that way I can write on the inside. Time to stand. Such crap. So let's see what I got with that stamp set that I had right here. All right, guys, I know you know where I put it. Maybe I stuck it behind me. I did. Let's see. Hanging holly, trimming trees, family and friends, close to spice and sugar, all these things that make Christmas nice. Ooh, may all your holidays be rim. Oh, that works. That works. Where's it at? May all your holidays. I hope she didn't keep that one. Is it this one? Which would be, what's it look like? I know I have that one. I don't think I have that one. That's the one I wanted. Maybe that one. Sharing. Sharing with you the glory, wonders, of the miracle of the holy season. Well, that works. That works with the little angel. It's not what I wanted, but is what it is, isn't it? That's why you go with the flow. I'm not going to get out anything else that's extra. What do I have? I'm going to do white. Maybe. I'm not a big fan of using white like that. Put this over. Scoreboard needs to go over. The scoreboard's not necessarily needed for the next one. I'll use one side. Let me see if I can get it to go the way I want. White on the Distress ink isn't always nice. I do have the refill on the StazOn, so we'll try it, but I don't think it's going to work the way I want. I have to just go to black. Let's see if it'll work. See? I could emboss, but again, I have to take all that out. It's such a messy room. And you guys really think I'm joking? It does have brown, huh? Let's go with my favorite color by Tim Holtz and Ranger. May not be dark enough. But I go black. Don't say the phrase to go with that because I don't truly believe in that. Everybody has choices in life. They pick what they want. Doesn't matter who or what, as long as you are happy. That's all that matters to me. And take that extra moment, do something nice. Especially because it's a holiday, so sharing and giving. Wonder if I can put something. I don't really want to because I love the paper. It just kills me. Maybe just Happy Christmas. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. Just because I don't want to do it doesn't mean I want to do it. Does that make any sense? The paper is so pretty. I don't. I can't do it. I just can't. I can't do it. I cannot put anything on the front. It just can't. It's too pretty. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Can't do it. And I don't get a chance to pull out my pink very often. My pink, maybe a jeans. Yeah, the good thing about me is I actually have my gems right next to me up on it. And that one's done. Put that card over. I believe that one's done. I do have my sticky gems right by me. It's on a little, it's on a spinner. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. See? Got them. See the right color? I think it's okay. Better than liquid pearl, I think. I can put some of that in between, I suppose, but because I am sort of in a hurry to get this done, but sort of not in a hurry. So this is only 3 cards. If you guys do not know, do you see the little lines right there? That's actually sticky, so you'll have to pre-cut. This one's easy. I can just cut this all the way down. I think I can do 2 lines of that. I might as well do a couple of them. Cut in between. See, because if I have extra, I just stick it in my drawer to my right. I told you I always have scraps. That's where I was just looking in the drawer a second ago. I didn't see any. I didn't want to use clear. I wanted to be pretty. Pretty girls. See if I put her up here. I can put it around the green. Kind of like the idea of putting more around the green so it softens the green. Let's do more around the green. Yeah, like a picture frame. I may or may not teach that next one, at least in this video. Maybe I'll just make it a special one. That way I can be more prepared. You'd think I would be, but I really do have a lot going on. This is just so that you have somebody to craft with. Maybe inspire you. I just want to share. YouTube really has opened up the world of crafting and brought back a lot of the pastime stuff. And I've never been more grateful because there's things that I have done that I haven't seen in I don't know how many years of even growing up. So I'm gonna need a little extra on that side. So pretty. Too bad I already sent my daughter a card. But yeah, she is in California. Ooh, stretching it. Don't want to stretch it. I want to teach his next card. I don't like to tell you guys everything that I'm planning because I mean, I want to teach this one because now I haven't seen it. Not so much teach it because there's videos. I actually have a lesson on it. But I don't know. This is going to be too much. So if I put it partly under the kitty, it's right there. I cut off 4 and I can use that on the other side. I want to worry more about this corner. I do like the fact it softens the green. Stick it up underneath the kitty. Go underneath the kitty cat. But because, let me pop this off because I don't want to, I can put it back on. See where the little line comes from? And I only need 3. Pop. You know what, I'm going to leave that because then it's an oddball one. And then it's hard for me to take it off. Super cute. Totally digging this card. If I pop the kitty up temporarily, the 4 might come in handy over here. Nope, still a 3. Obviously it should be because the other side is the same thing. 1, 2, 3. I don't really need to do under the kitty, but I might. Just in case the kitty comes off. But I think I'm going to put these, put a little bit more, put like a little tape underneath it. Maybe that 4 will not come in handy. Ta-da! Looky there. Looky there, looky there. Stay off. And I'm going to put a little extra tape on that. No, I didn't have to do that, but I mean, put these on. But I like the fact it has a little extra dimension. And maybe I could stick some of these little gems around the area. Take her off. I'm a little afraid about taking her off. She's very fragile. And she's more the one I'm worried about coming off. Flip her around. Yeah, I'm probably going to stop at this one. And I will do a special video on the next one. I'm not done, guys. Give me a little credit. I want to. I don't use the glue eraser. I use my finger. I have it. I just never use it. That's why I've been doing my destashes because I've been doing this for so long. It's like, okay, I'm not going to use this. Somebody else might. Somebody else might be starting out and not know either. I suggest you take tips from other people. Like I said, I'm just going to leave that as is. I'll put like a token coin in it. I want to put like, I don't need that. Maybe one at each one. And there's 10. How many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So leave that because I need 10. The 5 stars, right? 5 and a 12. That'll be easier. Okay. Let's see what I'm doing. I want to make it a pointed star. Put one in the middle. And put it at each point, but it might be too much. So I'm down off camera here. So think about putting them at the corners. Maybe just stick a couple in here and there. Might be just too much to do it otherwise. I just like floating gems. Because I wanted to do all the points of the stars. But I think I'd be too much. She's just so damn cute. Let's put one in her ponytail. Bling her out. She's already like glittery, so obviously you guys see that I'm not using glitter. So darn cute. I'm in love with this card. You'd think I keep my own stuff. I really don't. I don't keep anything I make for others. Super duper cute, huh? Should we put one on the back? Like in, oh, yeah, let's go ahead and keep going with just a little bit of the bling. Just a little. I'm going to put a coin in that, like a token coin. Or a lucky penny or something. Need a little bling on the back, don't it? I could do in the center of the heart, but I'm not going to do that. It's a little pocket envelope. I'm going to put something fun in it. See, if I put it in the middle of the heart, I think it'd be too much. I mean, I could put it like 2 here and 2 here, but again, too much because I want the front to be the highlight. Super cute, right? Super cute card. Would you like something like this? It's cute. All right. So I'm actually going to stop at that because it's already been an hour and a half, and I will do extra videos on stuff that I'm working on Facebook and YouTube because I got to finish up. I may do a video on the centerpieces that are completed. For those who aren't following on Facebook, I would prefer you to look over there because, you know, obviously you guys know the cards that I'm making with the exceptions of a few that I had to do very quickly. And they were very simple cards. And I can sit and make those all day long. I can just scrap and just keep my mouth shut. And maybe I'll do a video of that this afternoon. It's just nonstop. But I do have 5.7 done. I will do my damnedest to get it up today. I mean, I can legitimately show you guys so you guys can see. Let me pull up my iPad here. It kills me because I can't listen to music. I'm going to show you the music. See? I just got to watch which videos. See, I'll show you. There's a segment. There's a segment. There's a segment. And here's a segment, but that's showing a different segment within it. So I have 1, 2, 4 segments in here. So don't think that I have not done it. It's here. I just have to sit and edit it and put it up. That's why sometimes super stinking cute. I'm just loving it. If you like us, thumb up her. She's cute. If you have any suggestions on a style of card, maybe you have the paper ready. I might already have it. I'm so sorry. I've been asked to do a table centerpiece paper poinsettia that I will be doing. I'll try to do it on here, but it may be live on Facebook or pre-recorded. But I'm going to teach it. I'm going to try to teach it by both the machine and by hand. Because it's going to be large scale. And then I have a box, and I thought I taught a video on this, and I probably did. And I've been asked again to show it. It's just a little box. You can make it into a card. That's what you think it is. It's like a book. But if you want me to do this, and it's an ornament, it's an accordion ornament. And this is my very first one. This is the one I taught a long time ago. If you go back to my videos, you'll see what I'm saying. I've just kept it as my basic pattern. So if you want to learn that, you can see that when for Christmas is over, you can easily just tie it back up. For those who don't have a lot of space, or if you're last minute trying to find ornaments, you can customize your own. So if you want that, just let me know, and I will teach it below. So I'll teach it again. But anyway, I got to go. I got to go make lunch. Thumbs up. Love you. Merry Christmas, guys.